Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. For the first time, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Farhan Insani Idaman, and people get used to call me Aan. On the previously week, I cannot attend the class due to I was getting sick. So in this next occasion, I would like to present our presentation from Group 2, which is talking about translation. So without any further ado, so check it out on the first material. The first is talking about translation process by Nida and Taber. Nida and Taber said that process of translation there are three steps. The first one is analysis source language text, and the second one is transfer the message. When we do transfer the message in the mind of the translator. So the last one is restructuring. Restructuring is changing of the transfer process, his stylistic form that match with target language. At this restructuring step, a translator needs to pay attention variety of language to determine style of language according to the type of the text to be translated. So the second one is talking about translation methods by Newmark. So from our group, we take from Newmark due to we had learned so much from it. So the first one is translation method by Newmark. Is the lingual unit in applying this method is at the word level. One by one, the words are translated sequentially without paying attention to context. So Newmark has 8 or 8 methods to translation the English. Newmark also make it like V diagram. The first one is word for word translation. The second one is literal translation. The third one is faithful translation, and the fourth is semantic translation. That four is the left side the left side that Newmark said it related to the source language. And the right side is adaptation, free translation, idiomatic translation, and the last one is communicative translation. It related to the target language. On the third material is talking about translation procedures. We took from Newmark again. So the first one, Newmark said that the first one when we do procedure translation is transference. For the example, musica, rap, and buka, there are two culture term, and the second one is naturalization. Example, provisionalization translated into provisionalisasi, and the third is cultural equivalent. For the example, technical vocational education and training or TVET, translated as pendidikan dan pelatihan keterampilan kerja ngaben into cremation. So we get into the translation editing. So by Charles Catford 1920 until 2009. So what is translation editing by Charles Catford? The first one is structural shift changes or adjustment to sentence structure or syntax between the source text or origin language and the target text or target language. Structural shift become relevant when translator must adjust grammar and sentence construction so that the translation remains cohesive and meaningful in the target language context. 2. Semantic shift. Semantic shift changes in the meaning of word, phrases, or expressions from the source language to the target language. The third one is choosing the right words. The translator decision in choosing the most appropriate and accurate words to translate certain words or phrases from the source language to the target language. This includes a deep understanding of the meaning, nuance, and context of the word or phrase, as well as its alignment with the norms of the target language. So the last one we talk about translation and culture. So what is the definition of it? So I define culture as the way of life and its manifestation that are peculiar to a community that uses a particular language as its means of expressions. More specifically, I distinguish culture from universal and personal language. So there are cultural categories. The first one is typical example is the first one is ecology, the second one is material culture, next social culture, next organizations, customs, activities, and gestures and habits, the last one. So general considerations, a few general considerations govern the translation of all cultural words. First, your ultimate consideration should be recognition of the cultural achievements and respect for all foreign countries and their cultures. Two translation procedures which are at opposite ends of the scale are normally available. Transference, which usually in literary text offers local color and atmosphere, and in specialist text enables the readership. So that's all from the material of group 2, which is talking about a translation. I would like to say thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.